Hey chord coders, today we're going to talk about a chord that plays loose and fast with the rule. It's about to get wild. So an augmented chord is where you take the fifth interval of a major chord and you sharpen it. So this is A augmented, where F is the sharpened fifth. So what we're doing is taking that E from A major and we're moving it up to an F. You can even play this chord by not hitting the A on the fifth string and just playing it as F. And this is why this specific chord is so crazy. It's because while this is F augmented, it's also A augmented.
How can 8s be 1 and 11? Huh?
Well, I'll tell you how. It's because the triad for A augmented is A, C sharp, and F. But the triad for F augmented is F, A, and C sharp. So since they're the same exact notes, normally it would be an inversion of that exact chord for that exact root note. But you can't rearrange a major triad and using the same three notes get another major triad. It's just not going to work. However, but with augmented chords, the way the notes line up with the interval structure, the notes with any rearrangement stays the same. So not only is it F augmented and A augmented, but it's C sharp augmented as well. It's one of those rare things. This is sort of a golden unicorn of chord theory. You can't do this with many other chords. So it's rare. But for the purposes of this video, we're not really going to focus on chord combinations for positional structure. So we're going to move on to the three-note version. And if you notice, it's an A minor, but everything's just moved down one string. So this is going to be G sharp augmented. G sharp, C, and E. In that order. Then we're going to move on to A augmented. It's A, C sharp, and F. Then B flat augmented. B flat, D, and F sharp. And all we're doing is using the A minor formation, all move down one string. Then B, D sharp, and G for B augmented. Then C augmented is C, E, and G sharp. And then C sharp augmented is C, F, and A. D augmented is D, F sharp, and B. And finally, D sharp augmented on the 8th fret, A minor formation with the last three strings is D sharp, G, and B. Then we're going to move to the four-note version with F augmented, which is also A augmented, but for the purposes of this video, let's get through this, people. It's F augmented. F, A, and C sharp. Then you're just going to take the same formation, and it's just an A minor formation. You're just putting that extra note right there on the top, moved over one, and you're going to arrive at F sharp on the 4th fret. F sharp augmented, F sharp, B flat, and D. Then on the 5th fret, G augmented, G, B, and D sharp. And then G sharp augmented, G sharp, C, and E. And then at the 7th fret, A augmented, A, C sharp, and F. See it? A augmented, A, F augmented. They're the same chord structurally, even though they don't sound exactly the same. Then at the 8th fret, you got B flat augmented with B flat, D, and F sharp. And then you've got B augmented at the 9th fret with B, D sharp, and G. Now this is the, formation for the 4th string augmented chords, and like I said, it's basically an, A minor. I'll move down one, and then we're adding that extra note on the 4th string. You don't have to, but it makes the chord sound much richer and fuller. Now we're going to move on to 5th string augmented chords, and the reason I did it in this video like I'm doing is because I want to show you how many combinations of augmented chords you can make on the guitar neck, and I really want to show you how it escalates up the neck, even though I'm pretty sure that you're probably going to find one that you're comfortable with and just use that. But if you just do these two, play these 2 notes right here, don't play the last string. That's technically B augmented. It's kind of an E minor, but you're moving the 4th string note back one. You're not playing any strings other than those. So, and then you're going to move down to C, and that's basically an F major, an open F major formation. You're just moving everything up one. F major, C augmented. So it's an open F major formation. You're moving everything up one string apiece, and you're going to C augmented with C, E, and G sharp. And then C sharp augmented with C sharp, F, and A. You're just playing those 4 strings, or D augmented. So you're playing D augmented with D, F sharp, and B flat. Then on the 6th fret is D sharp. D sharp augmented, D sharp, G, and B. You're going to the 7th fret now and playing E augmented. That's E, G sharp, and C, the open F sharp formation, just moved up one string. And then F augmented with F, A, and C sharp. There's the formation for 5th string augmented chords. If you can play an open F major, it's going to be really easy for you to figure that out, how to form that. It's just going to be memorizing your 5th string root notes, but you'll be able to play any augmented chord off the 5th string, and maybe it's easier for you. And you don't even technically have to play, if you're playing a C augmented, you don't even have to play the note on the 2nd string. You can just play those, 3 notes from 5 to 3, and it's still a 5th string augmented chord. Now we're going to start with 6th string augmented chords, which is the same principle really. We're going to start with F sharp and just play those 3 notes from the 6th string to the 4th string. And that's F sharp, B flat, and D. Then we're going to move it down, and we're going to do this weird, it's like an F sharp formation like we did with C, but we're just basically putting like our own we're putting our pinky on the 6th string. So that's the only difference, is we're putting our pinky on the 6th string and creating G augmented, which is G, B, and D flat. Moving it down. G sharp augmented with G sharp, C, and E. Down to the 5th fret. A augmented with A, C sharp, and F. B flat augmented. B flat, D, and F sharp. Down to the 7th fret. B augmented. B, D sharp, and G. Down to the 8th fret, we're going to arrive at C augmented, C, E, and G sharp. And then we're going to go down to C sharp augmented, C sharp, F, and A. And that's the formation for 6th string augmented chords. It's probably the hardest type to do, so I wouldn't really recommend it. You can, but it is the hardest augmented chord type to do. Um, but I would just stick with either the open F formation moved up one string, or the A minor formation with the added note on the fourth string. You really don't even have to play all 5 notes of this. If you really wanted to, you could only play like the first four, the first four. The reason I did this was to get you to really understand the theory behind it, because my channel is really all about understanding guitar theory. But you're going to pick a formation at some point and just use it. None of them are wrong, but you're going to pick one, and that's the one you're going to be familiar with. And mine is actually the 4-note version, where you use the open A minor and you put that extra note in there on the fourth string. This is going to conclude today's lesson. Until next time, keep rocking. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. In the description, you can get this book, download the first chapter for free, download or print all the slides I've ever used, and access my masterclass library, where you can watch all of my videos in one place.